Did you ever wonder what the deal was with those adult coloring books when they got popular? Or why a lot of people take to baking, knitting, or drawing after work or on the weekends? Well, it turns out hobbies like these are creative outlets, and these help to prevent and deal with anxieties. Hi, welcome back to Keep Coloring. I'm Kendall Young, and I'm definitely not a psychologist. I'm just a 24-year-old college student here sharing some tips on what's helping me get through this difficult balancing act we call young adulthood. In episode 2 of this short 5-episode podcast, I'm going to be diving into a little more on why these creative outlets are helpful and what they really do to our brains and our bodies to really help us cope with these stresses and anxieties. Let's get started. So what's so important about having a creative outlet? Well, a creative outlet is a great form of emotional release. By allowing yourself time to be creative, a part of your brain works that doesn't work as often. It's scientifically proven that during these activities, your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, and levels of depression are reduced. But how does that work exactly? Let's get into a little bit of science and details about that. During times of stress, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. This is often referred to as your stress hormone. This stress hormone basically partners with your fight or flight response and starts triggering a release of glucose and boosts your energy so you can handle whatever stressor is in front of you. It's basically your body's built-in alarm system. And stressors trigger its response so you can either fight or run from the threat. But what happens when this response is constantly being triggered and it's not anything you can fight or run from? That's when anxiety and many constant uncomfortable symptoms start to take hold. It can become chronic and it's not healthy because your body is not meant to be in this state very often. This is where creative coping mechanisms come in. Creative activities divert your mind from the stressors, which is what is triggering your alarm system. It brings those cortisol levels back down. That allows your heart rate to slow and your brain to start releasing dopamine and serotonin. These are your feel-good hormones. These cause your blood vessels to relax and your mood to boost, fighting away all those negative stress symptoms and responses going on in your body. This is why it's so important that when you're using your creative outlet, you focus on the process of your creative activity and not the result. It doesn't matter if your paintings don't look hyper-realistic or if you're not completely coloring in the lines. Just take a deep breath, relax, enjoy your process, have fun with it. This is your creative outlet and you can use it however you want to and do it however you want to. It's the whole process that's going to bring those levels back down and help you to feel calm once again. I'm Kendall Young. Thanks again so much for tuning in. Tune in next week for episode 3, where we're going to dive into some more specific examples of things you can use and things you can do in your day-to-day life to help you develop or find your own creative outlet that helps you to cope and to bring your cortisol levels down and boost those feel-good hormones. Remember, we're all going to be okay as long as we just keep coloring.